Join us today as we fly Japan Airlines business class product on their 767-300 from Narita, Tokyo to Vancouver, Canada. It's a 10-hour flight and we'll take you through the lounge experience, amenities, meal service, and everything in between. I'm Anna and I'm joined by my boyfriend William. Let's go! We arrived in Narita, Tokyo as part of a layover from Incheon, Korea. After arriving in Terminal 1, we had to make our way to Terminal 2 via bus. We did some shopping, of course. This bag is entirely filled with snacks. And then we made our way to the first class lounge, Sakura Lounge, which we had access to because we were flying business. We were greeted by the polite staff and then took an escalator down to their lounge, Oasis. This is by far the best lounge I have ever been in. It was quiet, huge, there were tons of seats. I loved the interior design. It was just perfect. If you enjoy watching flight and luxury hotel content, consider giving my channel a like and subscribe because it really helps out a lot. We hung out for about 3 hours before heading to our gate, which was a very short walk away. In fact, we could see the plane right from the lounge. As we board, let's look at the seat specifications. We're flying the 767-300, also known as the JAL Sky Suite 2, which has a business class configuration of 1-2-1. William and I are seated at seats 4D and G because we weren't able to snag any window seats. The business class cabin was completely full, but we were still able to get all our bags up above us. They fit snug, but it was a bit of a tight squeeze. The color scheme of the cabin is a burgundy red with accents of black and white, which gave it an elegant, timeless feel. Each seat was stocked with the necessary amenities for the long journey. This included a disinfectant wipe, a steam eye mask, which I regretfully did not use, an amenity kit, a blanket, slippers, the menu, a pillow, and headphones. There is storage for your headphones and any other small objects that you may have. There is ample space in front of the seat. Each seat has a reading light, dated seat controls, a remote for the in-flight entertainment, a headphone jack, and USB port. I did want to note how big the seats felt. I had lots of room to spread out and get comfortable. Also, the headrest was exceptionally soft and provided really great support. While passengers continued to board, we took a look at the amenity kit. It came with a toothbrush, earplugs, an eye mask, pocket tissue, and a moisture mask. The flight safety video then played. I was disappointed that it seemed like they hadn't changed their safety video in a while, especially after seeing the Korean Air safety video, which blew my mind. We began taxiing to our takeoff strip, and eventually we were off the ground. Okay, time to get more comfortable and settle in for the meal service, which began right after takeoff. We were provided a cold towelette before our tables were prepared. They first served drinks and a small snack. I got a white wine and some rice crackers. Crackers were delicious, and I was sad it was in such a really small package that I asked for another one for later. Today we're getting both the meals so we could show you both. William got the Western meal, and I opted for the Japanese one. Okay, let's start with the hors d'oeuvres in the Western meal. It was canola flour and chicken breast, citrus vinaigrette flavored potato, and morel mushroom dressed with goat cheese, and kobashira and java bean in tomato cream marinated pond smelt. Full disclosure, William is not a huge fish lover, so to see him try everything was a total shock to me, and I was extremely impressed. For the Japanese menu, we were served Mountain Smile, which was an array of lovely Japanese dishes that all complemented one another. Grilled black cod sakia miso flavor, yuba roll, butterbur stem duck dumpling, carrot and bamboo shoots, and Japanese pepper buds. There was simmered abalone and sea urchin in abalone broth sauce, prawn cake, omelet with crab and vegetables, simmered sakura shrimp, bracken, pot herb mustard, red Conrad, and deep fried tofu. Okay, I don't have the words on how exciting this meal was. It completely blew my taste buds up, and I truly enjoyed every bit of it. There were ingredients in it that I had never even heard of before, but it was a treat to be able to experience it. Personally, I love the sakura shrimp bracken. It had an intense flavor profile, and I really was nervous to try it because I don't like seeing things with eyes. But I enjoyed it so much, and I'm really proud of myself for going for it and trying it. I just loved it. For the main course, I got braised beef with garland chrysanthemum, Udo mountain vegetable and burdock, deep fried salmon with asparagus, and Ren's special curry. This came with a beautifully packaged steamed rice, miso soup, and delicious pickled vegetables. For the Western main course, there was beef fillet with onion, burdock, and truffle butter. William felt it was cooked to the right temperature, but the flavor was so-so. It could have been because he's not a huge fan of truffle, which is commonly a hit or miss with people. We tried some of each other's meal, and we both astoundingly agree that the Japanese menu far exceeded the Western one. I highly recommend you going for the Japanese menu if you fly this route. Do it. For dessert, we got matcha green tea pudding and strawberry with red bean jam. I was in heaven because I adore matcha, and red bean is one of my favorite flavors. This was absolutely a 10 out of 10 meal, probably the best meal I have ever had on a plane, and I just wish I could recreate some of those flavors. Bathroom break. There's nothing ultimately special about this bathroom. They had toothbrushes and mouthwash readily available, as well as feminine hygiene products, which is a big win to me. Their face mist and hand soap brand is from Miller Harris, which is a UK luxury perfume brand. Please enjoy me using the mist while I have my glasses on. This is how sleepy I was. It felt fresh, but the skin around my eyes would never know it. So there's that. When I got out, the lights were switched off, signaling it was time to turn down and go to sleep. Here's the bed in its lay flat position. The duvet was soft and light, which I personally really like, and it was very spacious. Let's try and get some shut-eye. Good night. We were awoken by the lights turning on in the cabin, which signaled the second meal service. I was so exhausted from a full day of flying that I didn't know what time it was or who I even was, but I couldn't say no to another meal. It is the reason we fly business, right? On the Japanese menu was grilled sea bream yuzu flavor with white and black rice, canola flour dressed with mustard sauce, Japanese pickles, fresh fruits, and miso soup. The Western meal was grilled asparagus with egg and potato, pasta, yogurt, fresh fruits, and some bread served with strawberry jam. I promise I did my best, but I was so full from the dinner that I couldn't finish my meal. It was delicious, but once again, the Japanese meal was way better. Okay, let's do a quick review of the in-flight entertainment. The system responded quickly to the remote, and there were many options to choose from. There wasn't a huge Western movie selection, but there were enough options to keep you entertained. It was at this time we started our descent and we landed safely in Vancouver. Overall, a lovely flight, and though we wish we didn't spend most of it sleeping, we were so happy we got to experience such amazing service and food, and of course, a lie flatbed. Thanks, Japan Airlines!